Rick and Morty Season 9 Episode 2 just exposed Rick's darkest coping mechanism, and it honestly reframes his entire character. We know he's a cynical god figure, but this episode proves he is so desperate to escape his own brain that he physically wipes his memories for 2 weeks every year just to live as a regular guy. He's basically running a trial version of a peaceful life because he can't handle his own reality. The episode Rick Days 7 Nights puts Rick on a primitive 1990s level technology planet. Without his genius intellect, Rick is actually a decent person. He's empathetic, he cares about animals, and he falls in love with a woman named Marjorie. My theory here is that Rick isn't actually looking for a vacation. He's looking for a version of himself that isn't toxic. Ted is who Rick wishes he could be if intelligence hadn't ruined him. Predictably, the simulation shatters. A local robbery triggers Rick's subconscious cybernetic implants, which indiscriminately kill the attackers. Ted is traumatized, and a pre-recorded hologram of his normal self pops up telling him to basically ignore it and stay on vacation. What follows is a brutal conflict between Vacation Rick and Normal Rick. Morty tries to force him back because the universe needs him, but Ted fights to stay in the chaos. Marjorie sacrifices herself to save him. This is the turning point, where Rick's sci-fi reality forces its way into his peaceful sanctuary. Driven by grief, Ted builds a makeshift spaceship to get revenge on his normal self. He ends up back on Earth, still missing his memories, and tries to be a good friend by upgrading his bowling buddies with alien tech. This is where the episode gets deeply ironic. The tech immediately corrupts them. They become arrogant, destroy a bowling alley, and one accidentally kills himself. When Rick goes back to his vacation world, he destroyed the only pure thing he had left. He eventually hits the button to restore his memories, but the post-credit scene shows he learned nothing. Cut to a time jump. He's on a fish planet, living as a merman named Salpak with a new alien wife, while Morty and Summer show up with a net looking completely bored. Rick is trapped in a loop of creating and destroying temporary families just to survive his own head. Drop your thoughts below. See you next video.